We want to take you outside one last time to the protests that are happening outside of the convention center. One America's Trey Yingst is out there. Trey, what do you have for me?
So right now, protesters approached that security gate that I spoke about earlier. They were not able to get their people over. Like I said, police were prepared for this to happen. The police are a little bit concerned right now, though, because this large group of over 1,000 people is now marching through a park right next to the DNC here in Philadelphia, and there's no light in this park. There's no spotlights like they had set up outside of the security gates, so they're not able to keep any sort of eye on the protest and what's happening. So from my vantage point, I can see a police helicopter overhead trying as best as it can to keep an eye on these protests.
And what do you expect from them? Their immediate goal, their primary goal, was to get inside the convention center, to breach that gate, as you mentioned before. They're unable to do that. Now they're in the park. What's their goal now?
Well, the protest chant that I've heard now is, if we don't get it, shut it down. What they're saying there is, if they do not get justice, what they are calling justice for the crimes that they say Hillary Clinton has committed, they will shut down the streets of Philadelphia. So that's what we're looking at right now.
And you said there are about 1,000 protesters out there. Can you give us an idea of how large this protest is? Is that something that's realistic for them to be able to do, to shut down the streets of Philadelphia?
They can certainly shut down some of the larger streets in Philadelphia, as you've seen during our coverage throughout the week when we were marching on Broad Street with them, and when we were covering right outside the gates of the DNC. They've been shutting down major roadways in Philadelphia because they want their voices heard. They're burning or bust, like I said before, and they did not get burning.
No, they certainly didn't. Trey Yingst, thank you so much for keeping tabs on the protest outside the convention center. And that will do it for us for the fourth and final day of the Democratic National Convention. Hillary Clinton is now officially the Democratic Party nominee for President of the United States, the first woman in our nation's history to be a major party nominee for the highest office in the land. Thanks so much for sticking with us all week. Again, I'm Liz Wheeler.